Hey everybody, it's your old pal Robert from ThrillRide.com. So as you can see, I'm not in my local stomping grounds of Southern California today. I'm actually standing in Juneau, Alaska. It's my first time to the state, and of course first time to the city, and man, the little bit I've seen so far, beyond stunning, just crazy. But the reason I'm here is because I'm getting on board a cruise ship. Now, it's not a pleasure cruise. I'm here for work. Never been on a cruise before either, so this is going to be a pretty interesting experience all around. But no idea what to expect, but I thought I'll share some highlights. So, welcome aboard. So you can see on this map here, the city of Juneau. It's very cozy. But just look at that mountain there in the distance. Oh, this is one of those places you show up, and within 10 minutes you're like, how do I get a job here? How do I move here? How do I live here? This is a good place to be. I love these sculptures they have along the docks here. Not sure quite what it's supposed to represent. Feels very oceanic, or like artistic representation of some marine animal breaching, perhaps. But yeah, and look at those mountains in the distance. Mountains. These are what locals call hills. But yeah, Alaska, it's pretty crazy beautiful. And of course, this ship here, the New Amsterdam, is not the boat I'm joining. I'm going to be on the Discovery Princess. Unfortunately, this really is just going to be a little taste of kind of the whole cruise experience in Alaska in general, but it's good to enjoy even that. Yeah, this tram ride to the top of the hills there. Oh, next time I'm in town, that's happening. And there she is, the Discovery Princess Ahoy, navigating a U-turn. I think I'm standing where I need to be, the dock where she will berth, if that's the right word. I'm not up on my nautical terminology, obviously. Wow. Yeah, that is pretty magnificent sight. And for a kid who grew up, yeah, I'll admit to this, watching The Love Boat back in the day, that ABC Saturday night rom-com classic right before Fantasy Island, it's quite a doubleheader. And Princess was the boat of choice for that series. Yeah, look at that. Not a bad backdrop either. Not too shabby. You think about what a titanic, sorry for using that word, what a huge operation it is just to turn a cruise ship around. That is a big vehicle that does not turn on a dime. Note to self, never use the word Titanic once I'm on board. Large, humongous, gargantuan. Well, here we are still in port at Juneau, and I'm just checking out this massive movie screen, which is, I guess, where a lot of the evening's entertainment is. And here we are on the topmost pool deck, and check out that vista in the distance. Whew. Man, I'm telling you, Alaska it's a damn pretty state. I really got to get back up here and take a better look at it. I've recently read stories about people who have decided when they retire, they're basically just going to move onto a cruise ship and spend the rest of their days sailing the seven seas. And I'll tell you something, I am feeling that pretty strong right now. And it looks like this is the name of the Italian shipyard where this boat was built. The Fincantieri Stabilimento di Monfalcone. And as you can tell, I am not a native Italian speaker. Now here's a little detail I very much enjoy. In the center of the ship, on deck 16, you get a little glass sky bridge. Yeah, that is really cool. Of course, the ship isn't moving right now. It might be a little more unnerving if we were at sea, But yeah, when it's nice and stable, that's cool. I tell you, every time I turn around and take a look off the side of the ship, good grief. Yeah, I mean, if we just stayed parked here for a few days, I'd be okay with that. There's a nice little reminder of some proper nautical lingo. Aye, aye, Captain. And I love this. They've got basketball courts up here. And then on that elevated deck, those two huge orbs, which I think are some sort of communication device. There's a little mini golf putting green up there. Yeah. Let's take another look off the stern of the ship. And there is the lovely little town of Juneau spread out in front of us. Yeah, that is pretty great. So I'm just following along the jogging trail up on the top of the ship here on the port side, and walking towards the bow. And you can see in the distance some more of those just fantastic snow-covered peaks. Oh, by the way, too, I learned on the car ride over to the boat this morning what a fjord is and why it's different from other bodies of water. Fjords are created by retreating glaciers that carve these deep, deep chasms in the rock, and the ocean water comes flooding in to fill it, forming a fjord. There you go. Learn something new all the time. Just love that red roof building nestled into the green of the trees. I'm not sure what function this kind of design feature is, these kind of rows of horizontal pipes, but they look really cool. So this is the backside of the big movie screen that's perched over the pool deck, and yeah, here we are. Yeah, A+ princess, very cozy. Yeah, ship living is good living. So we'll take a quick look at some of the common areas of the ship, and this is the piazza. This is kind of the main central hub. Tons of places to eat, all kinds of things to do on the 3 floors right around here. It's spent a lot of time here. Yeah, it's pretty opulent in here. And you are never too far from someplace to eat or drink. There's simply no cuisine that isn't available to you. Italian, Asian, American, French, all of it. It's foodie heaven on a cruise ship, I'll tell you. My host for this trip very kindly took us to dinner last night at one of the premier restaurants on the ship, the Crown Grill. Oh my gosh, it was a black tiger prawn appetizer, a delicious salad, and lobster as the main course, and whew, it was damn good. Of course, they have their own theater on the ship. There are all kinds of live events and performances, and earlier today they had some sort of a guest deal or no deal show, and people win like real money. I think somebody won like $1,000 in the last couple of days. And of course, if you like to shop while on vacation, you do not have to leave the ship to get your fill. All kinds of stores there. Well, a highlight of a lot of cruises is the onboard gaming, and the Princess has you covered. So I think it's only when we're in international waters, but the casino is here. Did not leave any money behind. I'm very grateful for that. So one of the things that makes a Princess cruise truly special is this little medallion, and here's why. It's a small detail, but this is one of my favorite features of the medallion. Here I'm approaching my cabin, and the ship knows I'm here and has very kindly unlocked the door for me. Brilliant. So because this is kind of a business trip, I just have a standard windowless cabin, but it is really cozy. And this bed, whoo, oh my gosh, so comfortable. Awesome. There are plenty of places to store clothes. So I've got all my accoutrements laid out on shelves and hangers. Yeah, tons of room. And as you can probably imagine, the bathroom is pretty snug. But boy, they have made it very comfortable to use with the limited space available. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to show this, but it's a very nicely appointed shower. And yeah, this is called excellent use of space. So one of the great things about the medallion is that they know where you are at all times. And that's, in my view, not a bad thing when you're on a cruise ship. But it is pretty great. They have these interactive kind of LED boards here, and you can find out what's going on, what ship activities are available, and they even tell you how many guests are going. That's pretty cool. All right, here we are at another stop. This is Skagway. And yeah, the scenery just gets more and more spectacular as the trip goes on. Wow. Oh. Yeah, pretty breathtaking. Again, I have a feeling I'm going to be using the word breathtaking a lot. So that crowd down there, we're all lined up for something called Puppies on Princess. And apparently those are, I guess, those Alaskan dogs, Malamutes? I can't remember what breed they are, but that, you know, run the sleds. And they're visiting in puppy form, and I don't know if you can see very much of them, but man, they're cute. It was pretty great. Due to the fact that I'm here on business, not taking any of the off-boat excursions, but even in these quiet moments where just taking a stroll around the boat, looking at some of the scenery. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that helicopter floating in front of the mountain peaks. Yeah, I guess they do all kinds of helicopter tours into the wilds of nature. Oh, and the way the sunlight reflects off the snow, it looks like silk. Man, that's beautiful. I know I go on and on about nature bathing, but man, oh man, this is kind of nature bathing taken to a whole new level. Whew. So I guess that is the town of Skagway, nestled into that valley between the mountains. Wow, it's like Brigadoon. Really, really beautiful. And again, to think that there are people that live full time in this insane environment. They are blessed, and I'm sure they know it. Well, there you go. You can see how that screen looks during the day, and that is pretty nice and bright and crisp. That is one strong LED screen. Awesome. They're showing Cruella tonight, which I haven't seen yet. It's running kind of late and I'm pretty beat, but I might try to catch at least the opening hour. See a movie on a cruise ship under the stars. Yeah, that sounds all right. Pretty interesting, I guess you'd call it graffiti on the rocks down here, but I'm not quite sure Some of it may be some kind of promotional painting. I see something, what does that say? Norwegian Bliss. Interesting.
That explains all the tone it down, try and fit in.
Oh, it's not exactly under starlight, but there it is.
Lovely.
Corella on a cruise ship. Well, we are at sea, pulling out of Skagway, and yeah, it's a little brisk up here, but wow, absolutely stunning. And of course, I'm reminded again that Alaska is pretty far north. It is 7:30 and the sun is still pretty high in the sky. Oh my goodness, look at that view. Ah. Yeah, I'm coming back to this state for sure. Ah, crazy.
Anyway.
Oh my God. If you can see it, there's a bird flying right alongside the ship, keeping pace with us. That's incredible. Here's one cool, rainy, gray morning at sea. So I guess we are on our way to Canada from Alaska, and yeah, it's about 7:30. The boat is very quiet. Light rain, not heavy, but it's got the deck pretty slippery. But after the glorious mountains of Alaska, to see this unending expanse of the ocean, yeah, another major contrast. There's something really kind of nice about the still right now. Almost nobody around, just the wind blowing. Yeah. Oh, it's good for the soul. And I think that is going to bring this one to a close. So as always, thank you so much for coming along, and hope you enjoyed these highlights of, again, kind of a work trip. Didn't get a chance to do any off-boat excursions. but absolutely enjoyed my time here on the Discovery Princess, more than I can say. I mean, what an incredible introduction to cruising, and just the views off the boat of some of the landscapes. Memories to last a lifetime, as they say. So yeah, I can only recommend, if you want to go cruising and you've never done so before, Princess is a very strong option. It's stunning. All right, take care, and we will catch you in the next one.